morning. It's 6:15 in the morning. I'm heading into town, Red Hill. Had a bit of a restless night last night. Don't know what it was. Could hear clanking and banging around. I don't think it was any workmen or anything else, or maybe, I don't know, something going along on the M25. But there's definitely something, a large animal, clanking around the campsite. This morning, I was just walking, just taking a check around, and it's been chewing up some of the, the deadfall, the logs and everything else, and yeah, there's definite tracks around, but I don't know what it is. It could be. I'm only thinking it's gonna have to be a deer or something like that. Anyway, I decided to make an early start instead of staying in bed, and with any luck, I might catch some rabbits. So I'm going to put this on hold for a second and see if I can turn the video around. There has been some clanking. I just noticed. Yes. If you look at the pathway here, someone's come along, cut the grass. I see rabbits. Yeah. Two little ones over there. Oh, there they go. See how quickly they disappear, You're just sitting out there brazen like hell, and then they just quickly run away. But obviously, now that the grass has been cut back a bit, that wasn't done yesterday during the daytime. That was done at night. This is done at night. And well, I'm assuming it's done at night because it wasn't like this yesterday afternoon. But why did they cut back? No, I don't know. Still. I'm going to put this back on hold again, guys. There's one there. Oh, I really need to invest in a proper camcorder. Or, oh, there he goes. Oh dear, put this back on hold. Oh dear. I just startled a couple as I went round the corner. There's a couple more. Oh, there's a little baby one up the top there. Oh dear. Anyway, what time is it? It's only almost 6:30. Yeah, the sun's creeping up now. You can see it's just trying to get up. Nice sky though, and definitely a bit humid in the air. It might be a good day today, but oh, missed. There they go, running across. Just got to do my bits and pieces today. Head back. Yeah, like I said, I've got to finish that camp off, and then I can concentrate on another camp. So you've always got options and everything else. This is the most important thing in, you know, in this. Yeah, if you're a believer in these SHTF, yeah, shit hits the fan scenarios, you've always got to be prepared. But that's the lesson in life, isn't it? There's to succeed at virtually anything, yeah, you've got to be prepared for it. One of my favourite Latin phrases is sivi pacem para bellum. If you want peace, prepare for war. It's a sad indication of our human nature, I suppose. But yeah, it's like anything. If you want to pass your exams, you've got to prepare for them. You can't go into an examination without having the knowledge to pass it, and a pen, and some notepads if they give you any, all sorts of little things, you know. Can't expect to go on a 10-mile hike wearing flip-flops and not have any problems. And there's usually quite a few along this road here. Oh, maybe they've heard me talking. All right, okay. Ooh, a load of jays or magpies. Pardon me. You see, they tried to cut along here as well. Didn't really get very far. Wonder who's responsible for that. Is that Surrey Wildlife, or is that the quarry people? They're cutting back. Cutbacks. I still haven't found any wild orchids anywhere. This is strange. Maybe they're deeper in the bush and everything else. Blackberries are coming along. Might do a little bit of foraging, pick some blackberries, make some wine. Alright, anyway, listen, I'm boring you. I'm going to put this off and catch you later on, guys. See, this is another one of my pet hates. When you're out for a walk, and yeah, that's fine. Dog poop in a plastic bag. More dog poop in a plastic bag. Why don't they just leave it out so it just breaks down? Leaving it in a plastic bag, yeah? You take it with you. You don't. You know what I mean? Just leave it plonked down on the footpath. It's ridiculous. It's idiotic. Yeah. You see, they're just over there. Yeah. There's a specially provided bin to put your dog poop in. So it's just really annoying. When there are people around that just leave it. Everywhere I go now, there's dog poop in plastic bags. It just defies reason and logic, you know what I mean? Instead of making someone have a penalty, yeah, £80 or whatever the penalty is, I have no idea. If you leave your dog poop in a plastic bag on the ground, you don't take it with you, well, take your dog away. Yeah? How's that? Yeah. The offending person, yeah, has gone. Can no longer. You don't need to worry about taking the dog, but we'll take the dog away. Oh dear. Nah, no, that's just a bit silly. But yeah, it is just very annoying when you're walking around, and you know, if you see the dog poop, you can avoid it. If you tread in it, you can wipe it off. But when it's in a plastic bag, for God's sake, I suppose if I were really that civically minded, I could pick it up myself. But oh God, it's not my poo. Technically not my responsibility. Anyway, gotten into the little village, my favourite little village, and I'm not going to do a 2-hour walk into town. I'm going to cheat and take a bus. I'll do my walking later. Oh, grapes. Well, these leaves aren't... I don't know if you can see the leaves. They're not very... Yeah. They've got some sort of problem. This is perhaps in this particular region one of my favourite little villages. It's certainly got a lot of history to it. Oh dear. Right. Anyway, I'm going to take the bus, and I shall catch you later on, guys. Guys, I've been out most of the day, but I've been sat in a library getting some of my stuff charged up, and already it's going down. I don't know, my equipment's starting to suffer, I suppose. Old age like me. I just got back, and I figured out, I mean, someone mentioned it, a lady I was talking to suggested that it could be a badger, and I'm beginning to think, yeah, it may be, but there's certainly more evidence of digging around the water hole again. And I was just checking the water, and the brook's running dry again. It's just trickling now. It's just really trickling. It's bringing all the sediment down with it. I don't know if you can see I've just filled up some water, and it's pretty rocky brown. So I put a couple of extra layers in my filter, which has also figured out something, yeah? This is, I think it's a Happy Shop at Sainsbury's, yeah? I was wondering why there was a funky frothiness to the water, and to the when it was filtering through, it was all bubbling up and everything else. I just realised something. Everything's perfumed, you know. It's Happy Shop. Oh dear, what the hell are they putting on it? What's wrong with the bog standard bog roll? Toilet roll you can get, you know. Anyway, I've shown you a couple of stars, but I found a nice, lovely piece of wood. Oh, this is a bit. It's a chunky stuff. It's a chunky piece of wood. It's lovely and straight. I'm trimming it all up now. I think I'm gonna trim it up a bit more, but it's got it's got the 3 prong at the top here, you know, and that's and this might be my. Let me see now. I'll show you how tall it is. So it's, yeah. I might poke myself in the eye with that bit, but it's got multiple uses on this. You know what I mean? Of course, the tripod for the ridge lines, for poles. It's got a small hook thing here on the end. You could put smaller poles or hooks on it and everything else. And again it's noduled in sort of like 6. I don't know. You can see it almost like 6 inches or sections. There's got little nodules on it. So yeah, this might be my will probably be my go-to staff, I think. Once I get this trimmed down. Yeah, but it is a weighty piece. I suppose when it's fully dried out. I mean, it was part of, I was along the bridleway. Lots of people hike, walk with their dogs, ride their horses, right? It was part of a big branch that was overhanging. And I was looking at that branch because I noticed it before, and it just seemed to be lower and getting lower and lower. And I noticed it was broken at the base, and it was just being supported by some other branches. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, you know, someone nudged that, moved that, or a bit windy day, and it was a sizable piece. It just covered the whole of the bridleway. That could fall down, and as I say, even this bit's quite heavy. Could hurt something, probably kill a dog. Another annoying thing about today's humidity, and I don't know, it might rain later, is the mosquitoes are really annoying. Mosquitoes are something, I don't know, just creeping around everywhere. Oh dear. Yeah. It's really annoying, you know. On this universal credit, you know, benefit system, yeah, it's trying to get through. It's 25 minutes on hold, and finally managed to get through, which is actually a record. 25 minutes on hold to get through the universal credit. Basically, I was just looking for an advance because I've had to commit to some financial payments, so I don't lose my credit cards, which obviously are on freeze at the moment. But I don't want to lose them, you know. So if I can bring it down, then it'll be good. But it's left me short, and it's not that I mind about that. Being weak for that money, I'm gonna go to the food bank and get the food bank badge. See, this is the annoying thing. You can get a food bank voucher. You can get up to 3, especially through the job centre, whatever. They give you approximately 10 to 11 kilos of tins and basic stuff. It's enough to last you 3 days. Stretch it out a little bit. You know, like it seems enough for 3 days, but you're only allowed to have 3 vouchers in 6 months. So 6 months, 180 days, food for 9. Yes. Okay. Universal credit. Apply for an advance. You've already had 3 advances. So, well, you have to pay them back before you can get any more advances. But it's not about how much you borrowed, it's the fact you've had 3 advances. So if I'd have borrowed, if I was entitled to maybe 500 quid, let's say, but I took 3 £10, that's it. Couldn't get any more until you pay off those ones that you're unemployed. And you've got to pay them. You know, it's just a constant cycle. It sometimes doesn't make sense, you know. And anyway, I'm just going to start this water off. I'm just going to show you as I fill it up, yeah. Well, it's not so bad. Yeah. It's still a little bit sedentary. I'm going to let that drip through for a bit. So all the flavour, perfume from the kitchen roll goes out, pops out. But once it's cleaned through, the water's fine. Obviously, can't get any chemicals if there's any chemicals. There's nothing around this area that would warrant it. And if you're in Red Hill, they've got a big landfill site. And I spoke to one of the young person that was testing the waters around there, because there's some farmland there, some animal grazing, sheep and everything else. And of course the Red Hill Brook that feeds into Mercer's and that feeds into lots of places. And they test the water, and they said, yeah, the water's actually, even from the landfill side, is okay to drink, with the proper filtering and boiling, of course, you know. So, yeah, and she basically said that the company themselves, Biffa, I think it was, would be in serious trouble if there was something wrong with the water. So, yeah, I trust their word. Yeah. Big corporations like that will either try and hide the truth or pass the blame on somewhere else or get it right. And I hope to think that they would get it right, because it's not just your dogs running around into the brook. It's all the animals and everything else that rely on it, you know. So yeah, water is a big problem. I was going through the Cops earlier, and again the water's virtually dried up down there. So I don't know. And last week they were saying, oh, end of the heat wave. Now they're saying, oh, it's another heat wave on the way. We're going to start seeing 90 degrees Fahrenheit, something else, 30 degrees. Yeah. So I'm filtering off what I can now, filling up some buckets, because I need to have a wash. Because it's still quite hot and humid and sweaty and everything else. So yeah, I'm just going to enjoy myself tomorrow. But I am making plans. I'm out of this camp. I'm going to go to carry on building and finishing off the other camp. Again, it's the thing about camps, semi-permanent living or anything else like this, or these sort of shelter building, you either bug out for several days and you bring enough water. And don't forget, technically you're supposed to have 3 litres of water a day. Most people get by with 1 litre. But don't forget, when you're out and about, 1 litre per day is not... I mean, carrying 5 litres of water is quite heavy. Several kilos, you know. That's a piece of advice. A long time ago. If you're with a group of people and you set out, always volunteer to carry the food and drinks first. It might be the heaviest as you go out, but it becomes the lightest on the way back. Yeah, because it'll all be gone. You won't have anything to carry, you know. So yeah, so again, when you're out and about, you might back your backpack and you get it down to about 20 kilos. It's nice, you know what I mean? 25 kilos, you've got the tent, the essentials and everything else. And then you've got to start lugging water around with you. So yeah, it's very important to have a live straw at the very least. Some basic filtering material with you as well, because you can't always find fine sands, and you can make your own charcoal and everything else if you would, but you can't always find the stuff you need to make a proper filter. Perfumed kitchen oil isn't the thing. You can buy those packs of micro filters from the fish shop, you know, that filter out all the really horrible stuff. That might be useful. I don't know, break open a Brita filter. I don't know, Ethan. It should be running around. Just going to put you on hold for a second. Yeah, right. So I managed to annoy in a little bit of netting again, so I'll use it to keep this section more camouflaged a bit more. I don't know. I don't know if that'll be a mission for tomorrow or the camp tomorrow. See how I feel in the morning. First thing first.
get your water supply sorted out, especially when it's running low. And as you're broke, you can't afford to like pop into Sainsbury's and buy 5 litres here and there, you know. And even then, it's carrying it all the way back. So yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I've got one functioning bucket and another bucket that's keeps springing holes, springing leaks. I'll have to. Actually, I might do that now. So yeah, I've got myself a new staff. I'm going to call it the Zombinator. Yeah, stick some, trim the bottom bit down because it is a bit chunky at the bottom base. It's fine at the top. You can hold you can get a good grip on it. But once I've trimmed off a little bit more, it will be a much better grip. And it's a nice solid staff. And any zombies come at you, you can poke them with the end. Get 3 at a time. Yeah, I like this stuff. So that means I've got 2 other large ones and my hiking cane as well. I wonder if anybody would like one. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was speaking to a lady the other day and I was just thinking to myself, because she was trying to trim up her garden, but she got a very steep bank. And the brambles are catching over. She got some lovely trees. I was thinking to myself that I don't think she'd do it. I was going to make her sort of like steps for her. To go up the side of the embankment. I know she's probably got her own steps, so I was just thinking, I don't think she'd use them. She'd feel very confident with them. But just an idea. That's all. Yeah, I got there myself and dig out all the brambles. I mean, it's the only way you're going to get them. Cut them down to the roots. And dig them out from there. So she's got a very picturesque bank there. A lot of the houses along that particular road are very nice. Anyway, 15 minutes. I'm boring the hell out of you. I don't know. I want some rain to come to test out the repairs I made, fill my brook up, cool everything down a bit. Yeah. Anyway, I'll leave it for now. I'll let you know what I'm doing tomorrow. Cam or camouflage. See you later, guys. Just a quick addendum. I'll join all the videos together. Talking about the rain, it just suddenly went all dark and I could hear thunder. Yeah. So I was I'm hoping for a downpour tonight. Especially in this area. Thunder was in the distance. Hope it just doesn't pass us by. Because I could certainly use some, I have to tell you. Anyway, just a quick addendum. I'm getting back to trimming up my getting as much of the bark off as I can this time. Yes. The funny thing about staying in this particular area near the M25 and the motorway is that you can hear all the different car horns, all the different types, and you can tell what sort of people they are, you know. Especially the idiot motorcyclists at 4 o'clock in the morning. Because the road is still quite busy out there. They have to rev up and do their whatever they do. It's you can also tell which cars have got, you know, what motor's got a problem. You know, sometimes you can hear the lorries going past, and you know one or two tyres are out of sync or are not blown up or something else like that. You can hear cars that have problems with their transmissions, everything else. Pick up a lot of things when you're listening, you know. Anyway, just hoping and praying for the rain. Just one good night, and that brook will be flowing again. Oh, I won't have a problem with my water. Dig up. Well, yeah. Anyway, catch you later.